They say that in the fall of 2016, someone strange began wandering the streets of Chicago. At first, it was only rumors. Blurry photos appeared online. A dark figure, a white face, oversized shoes, a man in a clown costume. In every picture, he stood motionless, always just outside the glow of a street lamp, like he chose places where the light touched him, but never revealed him completely. People joked, "It's viral marketing," or "some new horror movie promotion." But the more photos surfaced, the harder it was to laugh, especially when people began to disappear. The first was a student named Mary. She was coming home late from university and called her friend. She said there was some creep in a clown costume standing near her building. "He isn't moving, just staring," she whispered, trying to laugh it off. Her friend told her to call the police, but suddenly the line went dead. Later, they found her phone in the bushes outside. Mary was never found. A week later, a middle-aged security guard vanished. Surveillance cameras showed him leaving work around midnight. On the parking lot stood a clown. In his hand, an enormous black balloon gleaming under the light. The guard stopped, said something, and walked toward him. Then the recording cut to static, like the signal was jammed. The man was gone. People grew afraid of the night. Curtains were drawn, streets emptied, rumors spread. Some said the clown never spoke, only stared. Others claimed he could appear anywhere the moment you turned away. Some swore it wasn't makeup at all, but a dead, twisted face stretched into a grin. The police dismissed it as a hoax, but the silence on the streets grew heavier. One night, a group of teenagers decided to hunt for the clown, to film a prank for YouTube. Their camera shook as they laughed nervously, pretending to be brave. For a while, they found nothing, until one of them gasped. There, behind the street lamp, stood a tall figure. White face, red mouth, motionless eyes. The kids shouted, taunted him. The clown didn't move. He only stepped forward, then another step, and another. Their laughter turned to screams. The camera shook violently. The picture tore into fragments. The last clear frame showed a dark silhouette looming over the lens. Then black. The phone was found the next day. The kids were not. That's when people started speaking of a real hunt. Some swore they saw the clown in different parts of the city at the same time, as if he could be everywhere at once. Sometimes he appeared at windows, standing silently until someone noticed. Then he vanished. One family said they woke to a scratching noise at night. Looking outside, they saw the clown dragging his nails across the glass. By the time police arrived, he was gone. But on the window pane were deep, rust-colored gouges, like from old knives. The worst happened in November. A woman named Sarah was walking home from work. She lived alone on the city's edge. That evening, her neighbor warned her he'd seen someone near her house. Sarah laughed it off, said it was that clown story again. But when she got home, her front door was ajar. Inside, the house was dark. She called the police, but stepped in anyway. On the floor of the hallway lay a black balloon. She picked it up. Scratched into its surface were the words, "I'm waiting for you." Sarah was never seen again. The police tried to investigate, but every lead collapsed. Footage disappeared. Witnesses repeated the same thing. The clown never moved while you watched him, but if you turned away, he was closer. Some whispered he wasn't human at all, that he was fear itself, a nightmare born from the city. The more people talked about him, the more they feared, the more he came. Chicago fell into dread. People fled. In the suburbs, abandoned cars were found, with doors left open. Inside, nothing. By December, it all stopped. No more sightings, no more vanishings. Life crept back to normal, but the fear lingered. And here's the strangest part. If you try to find old news about the 2016 Chicago clown, there's almost nothing. A couple of articles, scattered forum posts, as if someone had wiped it all away. Only a handful of blurry photos remain, taken on cheap phones, dark, distorted, but always the same. A figure in a clown costume, standing still, pale face glowing faintly. And some people, after staring at these photos too long, claim they start to notice things. Like a shape standing outside their window, a pale reflection on their screen, the feeling of being watched. That's what they say. But if you're sitting in the dark right now, listening to this story, maybe you should check your window. Just be careful. Because if you see him, he's already on his way.